I got big rain, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, delete ass, lil' fame, on wall, got the same, fuck wrong, you people, I try to tell you motherfucker time and time, fuck wrong, sad, purple ass, fuck wrong, nigga your one ass right, niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You that scare rag, call that little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, y'all young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. Yeah. All the niggas want to down hate, but tell them zip it, lip. You a dumb ass scare rag, boy, little body bitch. Damn. And I ain't worried about nothing, nigga, nah, I ain't worried about shit. I got more than one, so you know, nigga, don't reminisce. I spit flavors on the damn beats, niggas better catch a bitch. Never knew a goddamn man be scared to represent. And you a whole ass dirty ass little damn body ass nigga. Get back with the damn scripture with your little body ass nigga. Nigga, I'm a true priest, true line nigga, true Zion ass nigga. And you a little boy, little bitch ass, little body ass nigga. Be rain, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, you leech ass, lil' fame, one wall, that's it, for roll, I tell you, for roll, get your shit together, for roll, I'ma do this shit till I rock you little body bitch. I'ma do your ass like your pot, you little body bitch. And I'm smooth with it, y'all zop, you little body bitch. And I switch ain't gon' nail top, little body bitch. And I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch. And I'm stone cold like a bond, you little body bitch. And I'm a warrior like that bar, you little body bitch. And my aim like that a zop, you little body bitch. Need a princess pop out, you little body bitch. Or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch. Yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch. Just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. Be right, you mad, get stained, work hard, get played, bad bitch, my taste, we vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, we need tabs, no fame, hold on, I say,
Too much estrogen, so that's why you see a lot of that. Now you turn into straight female.
Right back at you again, Officer Shapat Dayakin. Dropping something heavy for these cowards out here. Yeah. Coming straight from 125th, 1 West, Harlem, New York. Home of the truth, nigga. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Whom Yasha? And all the warriors be like, Whom Yasha? Kingdom's ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one, it was written. The men above me shout, Whom Yasha? And all the warriors be like, Whom Yasha? All day as we discuss how they don't like us. Captains on streets and corners always feeling righteous. Real particular, nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping. Cause a scene, you gon' see how brotherhood is a weapon. Tough skin protect our wrists. Teach girls and kids to bow this. Call them prophetess, a priest that mean nothing without it. More than rubies, cute and understanding when describing. Virtue loving, no lip from the daughters of Zion. Gold teeth, earrings, chains, and the rings. Precious metals, fabrics, emphatic stones, and everything. Trying to catch the slave, rewind what we rappers slay. Lost in parables, the scripture breakdowns terrible. Yasha Allah, Prince of the power, we are the Jews. God on earth, you can see it by watching all our moves. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Whom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Whom Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written. The men above me shout, Whom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Whom Yasha. Man of war with hair wool, no idols, loving judgments. God of the Bible, the men above me shout, Whom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Whom Yasha. Kingdoms ours, all the heathens forbidden. The chosen bow down to no one. It was written. The men above me shout, Whom Yasha, and all the warriors be like, Whom Yasha.
Right. One of the brothers that was living. Yeah, one of the brothers that was here. It's another group that he was gonna get in before he got to us. He said that the guy had they had just got busted for selling heroin. When he was deciding on getting in.
It's 1 West, 1 2 5. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building. This is 1 West, 1 2 5. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. Beards, braids, and boots, even though I got a bald head, long nose. Pistol, I feel that bitch with all heads, all prank. Tissue pulling out that boy's head. Shit's chopped, looking like a bull's at a street fight. 2 hands faster than he Honda. You don't want no problems, roll up on you like Blanca. 1 West, that's the mantra. Red hairband with a spray gun like Contra. Check your attitude, the gear stretch, longitude, the latitude. Come on. I'm a priest, bitch, so some fucking gratitude. Could tell I'm 1 West by the way I walk, way I talk. 125th straight New York, call him, nigga. And I'ma rep it to the death of me. I die for the guy on the right or the left of me. You turn into beast mode, I turn into priest mode. Get to knocking niggas out like Craig for thinking they depot. It's 1 West, 1 2 5. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building. This is 1 West, 1 2 5. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. Hardcore, men at war. I just follow Captain Yachty, with him I go. I might lose my shit for him, I blow and get the picking niggas off so that when I scope. We got a garment down to the foot, girdle around the cap, stuff from the foot. You niggas try and look tough and look cute while we rock rough and stuff until your stuff and loose and held back too long. Now we busting loose, breaking down the barriers, this destructive truth. I was talking to a dumb nigga rhyme and he said we the Israelites, that's no denying. I said yeah, but you ain't in compliance, you trying to be Kyrie, I'm trying to be General Muhammad. That's right. It make me want to break a nigga's spine and do what a doc ain't even fucking realign him. I get a nigga to get a nigga on consignment. It's 1 West, 1 2 5. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building. This is 1 West, 1 2 5. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. This the truth, this the home of the truth. When niggas ain't gotta roam. When niggas ain't gotta die alone. But a nigga on both sides, you ain't gotta die alone. Be like, that nigga deader than a motherfucker. I brought my sword back wetter than a motherfucker. Fuck the turtles. I'm shredded like a motherfucker. In this gym trying to get shredded like a motherfucker. The loose can and the firebomb. Everything on this gun custom like a Diawana. Paulo Wanyala. The Kwa, Rasan, the Maka, Yahaja, Malakati, Yaganan. Let's go! They let the priests in the building, nigga, waking up on people. Even when we chillin', nigga, fuck them fake camps. Better get with the realer niggas. For Christ come back and say, kill them niggas!
That's my way.
got that drip, bitch.
Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving to smack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was y'all, he coming back. All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Living on do say, and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right. That's the Lord, why did he save me? Baby, born in the 80s, used to hide dope in my grandmother's basement. I seen a nigga brains all on the pavement. Now 32 with a switch and a laser. I was down bad with an 8-ball scale and a razor. I came out the struggle, I finally made it. I counted these blessings, I'm never complaining. Soldiers, they give me your orders, say corner one corner, I do what I'm told. Nothing my crown, I'ma be fly as a bitch. You know I'ma dip it in gold. They call me Batak, so that mean I'm bold. Came out the block, used to beat at the pot, then hit all the things in the holes. I chased the money, was losing my soul. Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving to snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was y'all, he coming back. All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping on do say, and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right.
Only the real ones call me ruler. Got 50 round steel drum in the Ruger. I say go kill one of my shooter. He say I owe you like a sooner. Hey yo, talk, tell me why they testing me. Used to get walk, weed and ecstasy. I'm out the kitchen, still with the recipe. I'm in the truth, building a legacy. I keep a couple shooters with a secretary. If you ain't over me, then you ain't checking me. I just hopped off the plane of Puerto Rico. Hollers and Quinte and Cinco. Homie, I leave you stressed, it's like a limo. Pull up in any city with a rental. Free my dogs out and get them out the kennel. Enemy trying to pit me like an N.O. You know.
Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving to snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was y'all, he coming back. All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping on do say, and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right. I was locked down in my cell, asking the Lord every night when am I getting out. Why he keep sending me blessings and I keep fucking, I'm still haven't figured it out. Talk about how I had to lose my bus, me and you, and they made a right. 40 on me, got a body. Nigga try to rob me and ended up losing his life. I bought a ticket to Cuba. TSC locked me up when I was bored in the flight. Crackers ain't give me a bail, so I was stuck in that bitch and that shit had me tight. And I had beef with the ops. I put the mirror in the bathroom and made me a night. I see why the murder rate high. Niggas be pussy and shit and they can't really fight. Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving to snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was y'all, he coming back. All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping on do say, and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right.
So hold on, let's go off this. Stop. Let me stop trying to pause. Stop it. Bring the screen up, and I'm gonna move your banner, your card that we got there. All right. We in the game now. You understand? And guess what? This is our first interview, right? Of Shop Black is the most racist thing I have ever heard. You understand? With our lovely guest, Sister Dr. Chef Felicia, and give her a hand, everybody tuning in. You understand? With a big the water. That's in Hebrew. That's thank you for coming on out. You know what I mean? And helping us. Help each other, help your business as well.
Yes.
Getting you out there. And then my idea of, what I wanted to do with the support of Black businesses. As you know, it has been a huge decline in Black businesses in the Black community, or period. Yes. You know what I mean? And my goal is to get us out there, get more, more views, more people coming to us, patronizing customers, whatever it is that you do, and hopefully, these videos that we doing will reach that, the audience, and our people will start to understand how important it is for us to support our own businesses, support our people that have businesses. Now, I know sometimes it get a little tough because sometimes our prices is a little higher.
Yes.
We're not, it's like right down the street, like the Arabs and the Chinese are. You know what I mean? Sometimes, because even here, they have a hard time putting us in our community because they really don't want us here. Right. And I give you an example of this. I like sharing this story all the time, but it ain't about me. It's definitely about you today. But I wanted to just make the point that I was saying. Right across the street, do you know that on the corner of Union and Delmont, right across from the empty lot right there? Mm-hmm. Before, when I was trying to find a building, before we were here, I was looking at it. Everybody rent was high, and I was like, man, what we gonna get a building school at? And so I called that sign at the end. I said before I came here, I said, man, I'll just put like a trailer and some electric, run it to I'll make a school, I'll build one, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I called that number on the lot. White guy answered the phone. I said, yeah, I'm interested in renting this lot. I want to know how much it's for rent. It says for rent on the sign.
Mm-hmm.
For rent? You see a sign? This number? A lot here? You know what I mean? I said, okay, all right, never mind.
Yeah.
I hung up the phone.
Yeah.
And then I thought back to the area that we're in, the dividing line.
Right.
They're more on that side. They only want white people over there,
Right.
and they're accepting of the Arabs and the Chinese and the Africans and all of them over there, but they don't want us over there. So when I came back over here on our side, Mr. Nix was like, "Hey, come on." Because remember I told you I had an office here before.
Right.
You had your office. You
Right.
I had yours before.
Mm-hmm.
Back in 2000 and I think it was 6
Mm-hmm.
when I started my cleaning business. But like I said, I came back on our side and open arms. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the brother has been excellent. Since we've been here. Right. No complaints out of John at all.
Right. Right. Good person.
Yeah, person. He really is. So even in this is still the black community, whether it's that side of the street or this side, but they have taken over that side, so they want us on this side. You know what I mean?
They want this whole strip, brother. They've been
that too though. They are they are trying to, because I don't know if you remember when what's the brothers that owned the Roberts brothers. You remember what he did? Because they talk about expanding the Central West End.
Right.
All the way down to Martin Luther King, all the way up and down. They are talking about taking over. That's why they bought every single thing up and down Martin Luther King. Yes. And then you know what the white folks went and did? Stop the project, because they saw that the black man was buying up all the property and gonna get the money for selling the property, and they stopped the project. I said, good doggone night. The white man is the devil.
I actually met one of our senators here in St. Louis last Saturday. Actually, she doesn't have to rerun. It was a whole panel of our sisters that were actually just giving us the the nitty gritty on what they're trying to do, and that's what they want us to do is continue to buy up Dr. Martin Luther King strip and get our businesses there and support one another. Be the village that we often talk about.
Absolutely.
That's so broken. Well, only thing is broken. The only way you're gonna do is
the
only way we're gonna get better is if we fix it.
Yeah.
We know what the problem is now. We just got to be part of the group that's going to actually do the work.
Absolutely.
To be the solution to fix the problem.
Absolutely. And just like the Bible says that the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. Oh, and you are one of the few that I have met that is actually a wonderful individual. I ain't just saying that.
I appreciate
I really think that you are a wonderful individual. Mm-hmm. I enjoy talking to you every hour and 2 and 3 hours every time we talk. You know what I mean? It's always a good conversation. You always dropping some knowledge. And I started taking your products myself. You understand? So we're gonna get off into that. We're gonna start with the questions. Like, go ahead and give me a little bit about the business, the name, when you started. What I want the idea. Why you started it and all. Well, I can see why you started a health the health ministry, because you're pretty healthy yourself. You are.
Thank you.
You seem like you are like you about 19, 20 in here. She's looking very young, and she looks very healthy.
Okay, I can't take no credit for that. That's the May baby effect. Your wife knows something about that. Mother Nature. Have some mercy
absolutely. On us. and then we got your products, so we're gonna go down the line. So go ahead, just give us a little bit about the business and when did you start your business? How long have you been in business?
I've been in my own business, but not with my own product. But I've always been a distributor of the natural products since 2009. Is when I first started into some that have Amway, some of the bigger companies, Young Living, I became a herbalist through working with them. So I was always an independent associate of trying to find the best companies that had the best natural health products that actually had healing properties in it.
Yeah.
So what's that? Since 2009, you do the math. I
I
stopped
got
counting.
she been in business for a long time, everybody. She been in business
I
for a
stopped counting,
long
so
time.
I've been out to live for quite a bit. It's in my blood. My mother was, but she was on the other side of the business with baking. You know, she was a baker, but she could sell your socks right back to
Okay.
you.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I come from a very a family that was always had multiple businesses.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Now the name Dr. Chef. Give me the background on that and why you chose that name. What's so significant? It is unique. It is different.
Yeah.
Dr. Chef.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
and I saw the plaques that you got on the wall.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
so you are some sort of a doctor.
Yes,
So
sir.
explain to the people how the doctor and the chef and how you combine them and put them together.
Okay. First of all, my background is in nursing. I
Okay.
started off when I was in high school. I was taking college courses when um, um, Edwardsville College when it was there in East St. Louis.
Okay.
And then the Metropolitan College as well. I took nursing there and communication, quite a few courses because they, at that time they were introducing nursing classes, health occupation. My junior year at Eastside Senior High, East St. Louis.
Fair East Side. Go ahead.
Yeah, so back then, that was like 1992. I took advantage of those classes and those courses. I wanted to become a general nurse like my godmother was at the time, and we were blessed to have a um, a sergeant from the military, Miss
Okay.
Lula Henry, and she was the sergeant in the middle. She was a military nurse in the military, and so she taught us the really raw way of health and wellness that they don't teach actually in the schools today. And so that encouraged me to want to go down that field. But of course, doing my studies and at that time I was voted most likely to become a doctor, and so I was already being called doctor.
Oh yeah.
While I was in high school
okay.
by some of my peers because I had aced the classes.
Okay.
And then I received a certificate then, most likely to become a doctor.
Okay.
But of course, we had the medical doctor in mind at that time.
Right.
Well, during my training as a CNA, I did that off and on. A certified CNA, certified rehabilitation specialist, starting since the age of 19. And I've done that on and off. That's how I started to acquire my knowledge about what the drugs were doing to our people, the prescription drugs.
Right.
And then watching it in my family, different ones that were being diagnosed with diabetes, high blood pressure. I had an auntie that was just 2 years older than me that had been arthritis started in her leg, which is inflammation. Started in her ankle when I was a little girl, and she I come from a huge family, and so she was watching her limp, and then my grandmother taking her around all these specialists in Chicago and all over, and nobody being able to help her. And as the years went by, while I'm doing my studying, I wound up marrying young, at 22, had my first child, and then she was affected by the immunization shots, which gave her characteristics like an autistic child. It literally stopped her from talking and everything. And so that made me dive into it. And I was still a CNA at that time.
Okay.
I hadn't yet started taking my nursing classes because I got sopped up like a wheat biscuit by their father. I let them talk me into it because we went to school from junior high, so you know how it is. Sisters, you get caught up sometime, and so I put things on hold to be a stay-at-home mom, and through that, taking those nursing skills and being used to working in that field, I started charting my daughter. That led. I didn't know that I was basically creating my own health and wellness book.
Right.
And that turned into me challenging.
You got a book?
No. Well, It's
Oh,
in the
you
making.
just okay. Come on,
Well,
go
yeah,
ahead.
me,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
me watching the epilepsy because she that the immunization shots been triggered
Okay.
a severe seizure disorder for her where she was having up to 100 a day. And
Okay.
from there, I just started to go into prayer, being raised in the church, and being part of missionary and ministry. I,
Mhm.
I, I just went into prayer and I just heard a soft voice say that it's in the food,
Mhm.
it's in the water,
In the food, in the water.
it's in the drugs, it's in the medication.
Wow.
Like literally, like how me and you sitting right here, I was just sitting on the couch, really getting really discouraged. And nobody having answers. I got tired of going back and forth into the prayer lines and seeing no different in my child. I got tired of getting the updates. Okay, well now your auntie is getting a hip replacement. Now they're going to replace her knee. It's all by the way they got her on 20 different drugs, and I'm like, and just all of it just started to pile up on me, and I just cried out to God, and I said, Father, I said, you gotta give me some answers here. And that is what I heard, is that it's in the water, it's in the food, it's in the pharmaceutical drugs. And from there, I just started my own self-study. I stopped nursing for a bit, and I started charting everything that the medication that they were trying to give to my daughter. And from there, I literally started to go. I met a sister and brother there in East St. Louis by the name of Loretta Ship and Delva Ship, and they had their own health and wellness shop. So I told her, I said, I want to work there. I bought the black-owned business, black married couple. I went ahead and I said I want to invest, and so I started investing all of my extra funds into all of the health products that they had. And my daughter, that linked me in to a company called Young Living. Young Living was a company that sold essential oils. Essential oils started to heal her body. It stopped her from breaking out, and it helped give her more mental clarity. Start calming her spirits. Things like lavender, frankincense, the original. Theirs had the most highest ratio. I was sold from there. I said, okay, now I have to become a aromatherapist. I need to do this. I started doing more homework, and this was like back in. This would have been 2007. 2007. And I just grew. I started taking all the classes, courses that I could, but most of it honestly was self-study, and it was prayer. I really can't say that, give credit to one institution, because there was limited knowledge there. I took several detoxification classes, and from there, when I wound up having to stop, that's when one of the pastors that I was working with, he had lost his parents in diabetes, and high blood pressure, and he was suffering from it for himself. And since they realized I wasn't able to finish my courses at Leonard Wood University, one of the professors, because I got hit by a drunk driver, one of the professors had, he told him about him because he had gone to all of these different specialists all over the world to help him with his brain tumor. They were misdiagnosing him and diagnosing him. And that's when he told me about the course that I could do online. And he said, we want to give you your doctorate. We heard about the great work that you've been doing with helping healing people. And we heard about your daughter. We heard about everything. And so that's how I actually received my doctorate in holistic medicine and in theology.
Okay, that sound good.
Yeah,
that sound good. But and what sound even better is you took what could have been a complete tragedy and you turned around and you got to studying, you got to researching, and like you said, cleared up some things. Took care of some things, helped some things out. That's actually
I was able to reduce my daughter's seizures down to none a day. And what I did to make sure that they knew was, because I couldn't homeschool her at the time, which that's what I really desired to do. But of course, everybody felt I needed to take a break because she had a severe sleeping disorder. So I wasn't getting sleep, no rest up until like 5 a.m. in the morning. And so while she was, what I would do is I would have the teachers to send me notes of how many seizures she would have while I was changing her diet, while I was changing what she was eating. And so slowly but surely they were seeing that her epilepsy, her seizure disorders was lessening. She was starting to interact more. She would start just basically just taking away fried food, taking away the white bread, just taking away. And I never let her eat a lot of that anyway. But just by changing my seasonings and my herbs from the non-MSG, I was just doing simple things. I never let them do a lot of candy anyway. I knew the sugar, but I still had them on that juicy juice. I was in that place where at one point I was able to get that wick. You remember that wick? Because I had four children. And my husband at the time, he was going through his layoffs from his job, so we did the week. So we was doing a whole lot of the juicy juices, and it wasn't until I took one visit, and one of the nurses said, and she has a sleeping disorder. It's not good that you're giving her juice at night. And I'm like, what do you mean? I said, well, I dilute it with water. And she's like, yeah, this is loaded with sugar. It will keep her up. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I started doing my own self-study on sleep disorders. And we took her to sleep studies. It was just so much research that I was just doing and learning as I was going back and forth. And then I eventually, by the time she hit 6, I wound up taking and battling the neurologist up here between Children's Hospital and Carton Glendon. I told him that I don't want her on the medication no more because it's causing more different type of seizures, causing this, and I'm finding more better results with just changing what she eats. And so, of course, they children wanted to battle me. Yeah, of course they did. They lost, as they should have. And she just started to doing better. She started to interacting. She made it to the age past the time that they wanted to only give her to the age of 10. She made it to 24. She was able to stretch her to the age of 24. And so that was my inspiration. And then the chefing comes in. Where I give all my credit for chefing to my mother, my father. My father was a chef, and my mother was as well. May they rest in peace. They have gone on from diabetes and high blood pressure as well. And so that name was given to me, was called that through my client that I had that begged me. I was making my own soups and labeling, branding, and selling those at the time, about 5 years ago. And before I know it, I was being called Dr. Chef.
So Dr.
it went
Chef,
from Dr. Hill
so
to
Dr. Chef is a chef too. You're doctor and a chef.
Yes.
Huh? and you ain't bringing me no plate. Oh no, we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this.
I got
and one more thing, you heard her. You battle her, you will lose. Okay, she said the Children's Hospital lost that battle.
Yeah,
you understand?
Absolutely.
And your daughter, you were able to stretch, from her being told by the doctors 10 to 24. That's a big deal. Sorry about the loss, but that is still huge.
And the crazy thing about it was that it was like natural causes they couldn't find out. It's like she just went in her sleep.
Right.
Peaceful. The way I prayed that if God ever took her from me, I prayed that He would do it in the safety of our home.
Right.
And in her sleep, I felt like because my mother passed in 2021 and they were very, very close. I believe that had a lot to do with it because they internalize a lot more than what we realize. And I think she was just ready to go with her grandma, honestly.
Yeah. I understand. And that's still pretty remarkable. That, like you said, just simply taking her off the medicine and saying, wait a minute, hold on. You're putting on this and now she's getting sicker. And then I'm going to stop the medicine and stop, the bread, white bread and different things. And she's, does not have, wasn't having the reactions that she was having to the medicine. So
because constipation, I found out that she was a bread eater like her dad, loved a lot of bread. But when I read a study from out of a Mayo Clinic, a neurologist, black doctor by the name of Freeman. First of all, there was a fine line between severe sleeping disorder, narcolepsy, and the type of seizures that she had, where they call them partial seizures, where you just doze off for a sec several times throughout the day. And I found out through reading his book, just part of it, that constipation was one of the number one triggers.
Mm.
So that let me know that I needed to do some gut things. So I took about seven times. I took a detoxification course here in St. Louis from another naturopath that was hosting theirs, and I learned how to cleanse her system. And this is where I got the development of the colon cleanse. This is what I used to cleanse her system to lower her seizures. And stop the drooling and everything they had going on. And so that's the reason why I'm almost close to 15 years in with this product alone. But it comes from derived from that naturopathic health healer that had that product. And so that's the reason why that's one of my first that I had holds real special place in my heart. And that's the one that I have suggested to you as well, because you can still eat some of the foods that you want to eat, but at the same time, it will help sweep, old things that you don't know that's in that 20 long feet, long intestines that we have will restore food at.
Right. And that we're gonna get into your products, and not only did the sister share it, she gave it to me. Even before we even started all of this, she said her brother, because I heard her with the live that you had that you were doing once we got you set up and going, and she was talking about the I think it was your grandmother.
Yeah,
it was your grandmother, and you said she passed at 40.
49
due to high blood pressure.
High blood pressure.
Yeah, high blood pressure. When I heard that, I was telling your auntie, we was trying to whisper. You know what I mean?
No, it's all good. It's all good.
And I said, oh, she talking now, because I gotta work on me. I gotta get my diabetes under control. I gotta get my pressure. It was up for a minute, because of all of the stuff that we had going on, like the our Passover and different events and all the stuff that we had coming up. But and so for my pressure back normal now, it's okay. But I definitely wanted to get that what you said, the gut cleanse. She's gonna help Cap get rid of this gut. And she gave me the colon cleanse. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about the products and the services that you offer. So let's go on and get into that. You got what do you got over there? I see the one is
I have the colon cleanse. That's a 30-day supply of that. I also have the purple refined, already tested for radiation and all, sea moss. And only a teaspoon a day will help keep the doctor away.
Oh yeah, okay. So no longer the apple.
Me. No more.
No longer the apple.
They too many GMO, genetically modified apples now.
I got you.
The seaweed would be the best that I highly recommend if you're getting a good grade of it. I just started taking it again myself because of looking into these computer strains. I was actually taking it for the benefit of the vision, but it started doing other things like clearing my skin. I bumped my knee and I saw the reduction of the inflammation. I mean, it was a lot of pain. And I noticed since I've been taking sea moss for this week, I have not had no pain in this knee since then. And it's been gone now. And I mean, it was bulged. And I did that back in February. And so to know that I was able to take that and feel the difference in vision, clearing up skin, it's really working out good. It's growing my hair.
Yeah, what else?
And that's just $40 for that for a 30-day supply. And then I got
that's not bad. That's not a bad price either. $40 for a 30-day supply.
It's like paying $1.25. Well, $1.10 a day for a teaspoon of something that can help heal your entire body. That has the 102 minerals that the body needs. No other substance that we have that we know of that is ready and available give us 102 minerals that the body actually needs to actually heal. And that's for bone health. When your cellular system actually fails in bone health, then that's it. That's it. You're on your way out the door. You're close to death at that point. And so that's the reason why it's so critical that we get 102 minerals in our bodies as much as possible. Because our food is not supplying that for us now. Right.
Because everything, like you said, is processed, it's GMO. Like the apples. I know around about what is it, Halloween time, they got cotton candy apples. They got different flavor. I said, wait a minute,
Yep.
I
Trying to make
never
it
saw
more
that.
enticing for
Yeah,
you.
you know, I
Mixed
was
with the
like,
sugar.
wait a
So
minute,
it's
I don't want my apple taste like candy. I don't.
that is
Yeah,
they should
that's
call that an apple a death candy apple. That's what it should be
Yeah.
called because that's wow. The sugar alone is enough to ignite cancer, brain disorders, ADHD, all different forms of everything.
Yeah.
And you can look that up now.
Yeah,
Anybody can see the danger of sugar. That's like most definitely crack cocaine.
Yeah. Sugar is more addictive than crack.
Absolutely.
It is. It's more addictive than drugs.
The way they
sugar
have
is the most addictive thing in the world, I believe, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was addicted to sugar for years. That's what I used to help me to stay up for 10 years because at the time my ex-husband, he had sleep apnea where he would stop breathing. And then my daughter, she would be roaming all throughout the night. And so I wouldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep at least for 3 days in a row. And I was still
and sugar was what keeping you up?
The sugar is what was keeping me up. But so I would just crash in the middle of the day, maybe for like 30 minutes. I learned the power of a power nap through that process. And it took me to have to see if Oprah had did a show. I think when Dr. Oz first came out and they was talking about the sugar, then that's when I started to research on that.
Okay. So you got to fix that. Huh?
Yeah. So now we got several books out about the addiction of sugar. So I highly encourage everybody to go and get and do your homework on the sugar.
Okay. Now which one is that one?
Now this is my mental boost.
Mental boost.
The mental boost. This is 65 for a 30-day supply. This I can't keep this in stock. Neither it's hard to keep the sea moss. It's hard to keep all of what I have in stock because of now more and more people are becoming more health conscious and they get a better idea of what works.
Yeah.
And of course, for those who hear my story and know, they know I'm very serious about this. I've lost a lot of loved ones since COVID. I've lost 25 loved ones that were not on their health beat around the United States. Of course, they wasn't underneath my care.
Right.
But the food addiction, the sugar addiction most definitely played a major part along with COVID shots. Can I say that? Or can I say the C shots?
if that's what took them out, you know.
Well, they had the comorbidities, rather. Let me say that. They had the comorbidities because I know sometimes they censor different people for that, you know. And I'm not trying to get you booted off every platform.
Right. You know they will. Boy, they hear that. They hear that COVID, boy, and they will pop.
Definitely had the comorbidities. They had the comorbidities. So
you know what? Real quick, speaking of that, one of my classes that we did, I got the flag, the video taken down, and all of that. Simply telling people that whether you take it or not, you know, it's nothing. They were saying it was pork in it. They were saying it was monkey blood in it. They were saying it was all these different things in this. And I was like, look, we took the spookism out of it. And so if you go to your doctor and go to your doctors, find out if it's safe for you, if it's something you want to do or not. But you don't have to be scared of it. That's what we were doing. And they popped us for that. That's all we were saying.
Yeah, we got censored a lot.
Yeah, they
doing
that with that COVID.
But now people are slowing back now because now we got enough evidence now since the end of 2019. There's enough evidence of those who had never been sick, didn't have any side effects, no problems, no heart problems, no blood clotting up until they took it. So now I think that they're trying to be a little bit more smarter because those are cases that could be won now for those who can afford to fight it in the jungle court, you know, because it does take money to fight those cases. But nevertheless, I will say that they had the comorbidities, the high blood pressure, different ailments, obesity played a factor as well, arthritis. So I lost, and I'm not saying that all of my relatives that transitioned passed from that, but I know that it was an aiding factor. That's all I'm going to say concerning that. It wasn't from my mother or from my daughter, because they were still during that time frame as well. But most definitely for some of them, that was most definitely more than half of them that played a factor. And so that's so I created the mental boost I found one small company that would mass produce this mental boost, and it's helping with Parkinson's disease. It has natural. It contains no artificial colorings, flavors, sugar, starch, wheat, glue, yeast, milk, anything that's causing any type of side effects. This does not carry it. It's a liquid. You take it like 2 tablespoons a day. It tastes sweet, naturally sweet, but it doesn't have any artificial sugar in it at all. You actually it's loaded with vitamin E. As you know, vitamin E is good for, and vitamin B12, so it gives energy. The Caroline is in here as well, and then we have the calcium in here. We didn't have to have too much to make this one, but it is. I'm getting back really good rave reviews, especially from my elders that suffer with dementia, Alzheimer's. So for us, they have little glitches, or you got a test to take, or anything like that. And college students, no, that I recommend just 1 tablespoon, and bam, you'll see it open up that third eye, clear that mind. Really good. I had to stay off of it. It cost me. I call myself being brave, taking it on my Wellness Wednesday live in front of everybody to see how it tastes. When I first got it in, man, I started speaking in tongues. I was like, man, I couldn't stop myself, and I was like, oh my God, and it was unfolding as I'm on the live stream, and I'm like, oh y'all, did y'all see this? I was. And I promise, I'm like, man, I could not believe they was just laughing up a storm, and before I know it, it was being bought out even from. I'm also a health ambassador for the UAPO group as well, and that's the African Dialysis Group. And so I have a lot of seniors that, and so they buy me out with that, and so you can call in and pre-order, which is what I recommend. And then my next one is what I'm most proud of, that I've been looking for myself for a long time. I've only found one time in Whole Foods, but I don't see it anymore. Now they have got in some Ruth Ann type of multivitamin that I am very disappointed in, because it doesn't have not even half of the vitamins that we need to have in there. And so I have my own advanced liquid multivitamin, the first. I don't know anyone else here. I've looked high, searched low, and I can't find another. But so far, so good. I have it, and mine is loaded with all of the superfoods, all of the vitamins changed. No type of artificial colors in it, and it tastes delicious. And this is just 65, and no, I did not upcharge 3-4 times like I should, because the shipping and handling is something else. But I want our people to get a chance to actually get something of high quality that actually works. So I take this twice a day myself instead of the pills and capsules, because that's getting lost inside of our intestine as well, causing kidney problems, constipation over a period of time. And a lot of the 90%, I'll say 95% of the vitamins that's on the market now only have a very small percentage of actual beneficial vitamins in it. They're mostly fillers.
So all this stuff on the back of the label, they claim it is there, it's not.
I've done labor. When I took my detoxification classes, we did labor reading too, where we looked up all of the ingredients, and I'm going to get back to that as well and see about posting that up for these words that's on it. But they so slick. The evil people, I call them the wicked people in high places, are so slick. They keep changing the names to keep you on the go. So you do have to be intentional and diligent about actually looking and reading. And that's the number one thing they know, that most people, about 80% of Americans have poor vision because of inflammation and because of the toxic food and stress. And that's already on some type of drugs and medication. And so the last thing you want to do is look at some tiny writing on the back of a bottle. But that's how they're taking us out, family. That's exactly how they're taking us out, because they know. And all I do is I tell my people now, because I do coaching, one-on-one coaching, family coaching. I do have
now when you said coaching,
sessions by phone.
You coaching, you talking to people about how to get healthy, how to whatever ailment they have, how you can take this and you can not eat this, or eat more of that. That's what you're doing when you say you're coaching the families,
Yes.
and stuff like and individuals, right?
Yes.
Individuals, families, whoever wants to come,
Couples, yep.
men, women, children.
Yep.
So you're coaching them all. Okay.
All over the world.
Okay.
From as far as Africa, all the way in the United Kingdom.
Oh, so you got people
and
everywhere, huh? So she is the plug. Y'all hear that? She is the plug. Got the vitamins. Whole Foods ain't got them no more. She got the vitamins. They got everything that you need. She got the colon cleanse. She got the sea moss. What's that?
I even have my own extra strength B12.
The B12
drops. The B12 for energy, male libido. Like you all like it for energy, especially when you're doing your workouts. But it's actually good for your blood. I call this is the real blood food for me because it's sweet. It tastes delicious. But this is an extra strength to give you that extra boost that you need throughout the day when you're feeling sluggish. But it's also good for settling the body, the abdominal area when you want help to ease your stomach when you're eating a lot as well. It helps the enzymes to break down the food as well.
Okay. And how much of the drop? B12? My
B12 now is 40. It is 2 millimeter. It is a month supply. You only have to take 1 syringe a day. But you don't have to take. Actually, you don't have to take B12 every day if you're already eating fruits and vegetations. This is just to give you that extra boost. Because most of us don't have that. Especially when you're overweight and you're struggling or have other issues. It's just well known that we have a very strong deficiency with B12. So I recommend maybe once every other day for the B12 or once every 3 days. So either way, it's a 30-day supply. And then I have my own chlorophyll drops. Pure, nothing else, no other fillers in it. The chlorophyll drops, they are dark green. These are your green leafies, and it comes with the essential oil, the peppermint extract. So it's got a little mini taste, but it helps to cleanse out the system. And when we are used, the musk, and when you're taking in all this toxicity and toxic food, it helps the bowel movement, smells better as well.
Really?
A lot of people take it and mix it, make their own deodorant out of it as well. It's good for the breath. But the most important thing that it does is it cleanses the colon as well. It helps you to break down the food, give you a good elimination. Unfortunately, you will wind up getting a little bit of green stool, but because
because it is green. Huh?
It is green, a very, very dark green. But you take a whole syringe of that and drop it in the 8 ounce of water. Take it down. Chocolate doesn't have no real horrible taste to it at all. And voila, that's it. So I was going to tell you about that as well.
What's the last one?
And then the last one I have is the colloidal silver. This is your golden, marine, water. It is all over the internet as well. However, I have a very pure, the most purest form of this too. This is my own Dr. Chef botanical brand. And
so you make that yourself?
No, I haven't manufactured. Put mine together. I do have a black scientist.
But you got from my hometown. That's your recipe and your. I got you. Yeah, that's good.
Mine. Yeah, absolutely. I had to pay for that.
I got you.
And so I just told him I didn't want any fillers in my products. Nothing that was, and that I would be the first tester of them, because my body is now at a place to where I could tell when something is authentic. It's authentic and not. I can just tell by taste. Just being a cook and a chef. We learn that with our herbs and our spices. It's a gift that us black people have.
Oh, you already know how you do. Just put a pinch in this, throw this in. Don't measure
nothing. You can tell if it's real cinnamon, real cloves, real coriander, real chili powder. You can just tell. And so.
Chef Ramsay ain't got nothing on Dr. Chef. Let me tell y'all. You understand? He ain't got nothing on Dr. Chef.
No, it's so wrong. We are the originals. He's talking about. Yeah, he learned. I'm sure he learned from us. I'm sure he learned. Look, he learned from our ancestors.
Yo, you already know. You already know that.
Yeah. So so that the colloidal silver it is good for respiratory system. I'm hearing more and more children being diagnosed with asthma. So for our asthma people that wants to go the natural route, outside of choosing to eat to live and eating more healthier foods, the colloidal silver, I chose that because it's good with taking away that mucus that's in the sinus area, so it's
Right.
actually good for
Oh,
clearing the
I need to take
vision,
it.
headache, clotting, all that mucus build up. It's a mucus
Yeah.
destroyer, and it'll have you just dispensing that. And I've also found out through working with one of the children that had real bad, a rare autoimmune disease since birth, and he had cataracts building up in his right eye, just going blind. And it got so bad, they said that they couldn't perform surgery without hurting him. And so that's when I thought to remember what one of the herbalists that I had met years ago and had learned from is to add the drops. Add a drop, just a drop of it, like instead of giving him the prednisone, to give him the drops of the colloidal silver to see if it would work with him, since it was so mild, and it did within 2 months. The cataracts and the buildup of inflammation dissipated from his eyes. We took him back to, now we did take him to the eye doctor, and the eye doctor was able to see that, he said, whatever you all are doing, keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
And he was able, now he no longer needed to have the surgery, neither did he have to wear the big thick bifocals. They would change the glasses over and all. So
and that's from taking the colloidal silver?
Colloidal silver. One drop
so.
in the morning, one drop at night, cleared that baby's vision. And I'm being honest, that was my first case of a young child. And so I was surprised. I just knew the components in it. When you say reduce inflammation, take away mucus, and it doesn't have any spices in it, and it's mostly 90% water. It only made sense that it would be better than prednisone, usually over the counter eye drops. It only makes sense because I knew the side effects of prednisone, dementia, and it causes inflammation. That's the views that I work with on my senior citizens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she got the products, y'all. Y'all heard. She got the multivitamin with a whole bunch of vitamins in it. She got the mental boost. She's helping you get your mind right.
Yeah.
She got the B12, the colloidal silver, and what's the other one? The green
the
stuff?
chlorophyll.
The chlorophyll is gonna turn the toilet green, but it'll get you clean. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
Look, I'm helping you out here. Look, we gonna put that in your slogan. Okay.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. I'm glad that you mentioned that. I just got the posting on my Facebook page. I came across an article from a brother and one of our elders that's been teaching about health and wellness for a long time. His name got me because I'm just starting to do more research on him. This colloidal silver too, not colloidal silver, but this chlorophyll also is going to be a critical use for those who have gotten the jab. We call it that. When they hit this radiation thing, and it causes, that's causing what the info that I'm getting now is that they're going
negative effects to it.
Yeah, through the radiation from from our phones, from the 6. I'm trying to find the word from it. How they change the levels of the phone from
5G,
6G. They're talking about, for those who have gotten the jab, especially those who have gotten all of them, that the chlorophyll, so far so good, is the only thing that helps to dispense the metal out of the body, out through the bloodstream, that would help reduce the chances of an actual eruption and explosion when they leach off into another higher level of the 6G and 7G, where literally causing heart attacks on the road. And if you think about it, we've already seen that. Where it's just dropping, and people saying we don't know what happened. It's blood clot. Oh, they had a blood clot. Oh, they had. And here was they refined it first. And so the chlorophyll will aid in that as well, with helping to detox the body from the metals. And all of us have it, especially if you're cooking with aluminum foil and artificial metals in cookware.
Okay. What happened to the live? Sorry, I mean.
No,
the live. I don't know why the live went out.
It's okay.
The Instagram. It's saying. I don't even know what happened. Oh, that's terrible. The internet stuff be good. I know we ain't get blocked. I know, it's still there, but I just don't know what happened to our video.
Yeah, I see what
You already know.
Yeah, you know, I know.
You already. That's all right. They ain't gonna stop what we doing.
Yeah, right.
We
right.
gonna bring black back to the black
As
community.
I started talking about that 6G and that 7G, because a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
But I had to dig. I spend countless nights, a lot of times, just going over a lot of information that I can tell that's already taking place, and then I go by the spirit of the Most High. What He's sharing is so far so good.
But
everything's coming back accurate. I honestly, as a human being, sometimes I want to be wrong. I really do, if it means that it's something that's going to be harmful to our people. And it can get pretty stressful at times, and you just have to take a musa, say a prayer, and just do your best to be one that just warn our people. Just try to educate and warn our people.
I got you. So, real quick, last couple of questions. What are your company's goals? What is your ultimate goal with everything that you have here, the services that you offer, the counseling, the one-on-one, the family, the men, the women, the children, the B12, the colon. And by the way, I started taking the colon cleanse.
Oh boy!
And I can say that this is one that has not had me running. Like some. It's some that you can't go nowhere.
Yes, most of them.
Yeah,
like
you
that.
can't go no. You better stay at home.
Yeah.
Don't even try to drive to work, especially if you stay in the city, because most of the bathrooms are locked and they don't even let you go in them and use them. You're going to have to go to the bathroom when you take most of those colon cleanses. Yours was very smooth. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing that hit me like, oh, I gotta go, hurry up. Or, you know what I mean? Hurry up, get out of there. I gotta get in there type thing. You know what I mean? It was very smooth, and I actually like it. So far, like I said, it's and each you said take it 3 times a day, and them bowel movements have been consistent, and it's been very smooth. So I believe it's doing its job. So far from what
Yeah, we've distributed to 90% of our people, and I ask our people to be honest with us, and they're going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Because, we've been programmed to be skeptical anytime we do anything, no matter what your story is. And so, for the last 12 years, so far so good, and I've taken it myself before. And the beautifulness of it was just wow. Of course, I didn't have to take much because I didn't have much to lose. But when I did, I noticed my nails growing, skin, my ear pop. To clear, just to clean out my ears. I mean, it gets really deep there. And my vision was starting to clear up just from cleansing me from the at the time when I started, I was still eating some artificial foods. I was still on some breads. I was still eating the fish that was loaded with mercury. Not a lot, but still, it was still in my system.
Right.
And so I just wanted to do the cleanse first before I gave it to my daughter, to make sure that my daughter, at the time she was 13, to make sure that it wasn't going to have her running off.
Right.
And so that's how I was introduced to it, and ever since then, it's been one of my number one top sellers.
Yeah. So we definitely gonna have to get into that. So, what are your company's goals? What are the goals with, like I said, all of the services that you offer and all of the products that you have? What are your company's goals?
My company goal is to have minds along with anybody else that's creating good, healthy, all natural, potent products that we need when the famine hit. If we run out of food shortages, that it's in every household, every Black, especially every melanated household, and that I'm able to get to a place to where our people can also, it's a business opportunity for them as well. That I'm able to get to a place where I'm able to wholesale within this year. The wholesale to where you all can also, the families can make a profit off of it as well. And that we're able to just heal our families without having to run back and forth to the death care industry. That's what I call it, because as you know, now that the STEM research has a law has been passed, we have worked more to them dead than we are alive.
Mm-hmm.
That's not just for hip hop artists.
That's
That's for every melanated woman and man.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. So how? Next question. How would you describe your company's success so far?
Wow, so far with just now launching it for 6 months, and really good, actually good.
Okay.
It's a I rated it at 8, and I only say at 8 now because of the other 2% would be me having to keep up with the demand.
Okay.
You know, because for the first couple of months, anytime you're launching off anything, of course, you got to see what the people like.
Right.
You know, what they're willing to take and how it's reacting to different people.
Right.
And so, yeah, and then of course we've been already known through we already know through products.
Right.
That I'm very sincere about making sure that we get the good stuff and then see my energy. And yeah, I get around and it's like, okay, it must be something to her stuff.
And she has a lot of energy. I will tell you that. Believe me. Okay, she has a lot of energy. All right.
It's too much, man. I was like, oh yeah, we can get to the point. I know I stated that I would stand up with sugar, but once you get to that ultimate health, it's so much more work, and that we can build homes. We can do so much as a people. Like our people did, even back in slavery times, because they was, keep in mind, they were eating still from the earth too, and they were like now, even to this day in Mississippi, with a lot of our people even having high blood pressure, diabetes, they're stronger than us. Well, that's where their strength was coming from. A lot of them were eating from the ground, the collard greens, they were eating the sweet potatoes, everything that they, sweet peas, you name it, even the meat wasn't as hot. Yeah, it wasn't all that fast food. Now, and so our bodies technically is designed to not to eat every day anyway, but we don't know that because they put us on the death care diet, the American Satanic diet, which says that you have to eat 3 to 6 times throughout the day. So you don't. That is a lie from the pit. No, it takes the body 16 to 24 hours just to digest one full course meal. If you're interrupting that,
death care diet,
the satanic death care diet,
the death care diet,
that's the satanic American diet.
I believe you though. I believe you don't have to eat as much as they say.
And when you get to that, because the body's nourished, they're not giving us no nutrients in our food. And so the body is smart. God created it to heal itself. So it knows when you're not. It's like animals. Look at the animals. We're more intelligent beings than the animals. Even the dog, they've showed, think about it, it's going viral. Dogs, they make McDevils is what I call them. McDevils and Murder King.
Murder King.
And if you put White Casket, if you put a White Casket burger, a Murder King burger.
Hey, you killing me here with you.
Or a McDevil burger. Oh yeah, some of them catching
on. Hold on. I didn't cut you. Hold on. White Casket. Wait a minute. You are killing me. White Casket, Murder King, and what is it called? Devil Don. What's it called?
McDevil burger.
McDevils. Oh my God. What's rallies?
Rallies.
What you call rallies?
You might just call that an alley burger.
Huh? Alley. Oh my God! Look, and she quick with it too. You see how quick she came in with that alley burger? Oh my God, alleys! Oh my God! I ain't gonna ask you nothing else. I don't want to destroy
Taco
fast
Hell.
food for the people that like Taco Hell. Look, she's going. Look, she's gonna name all of the food.
And dumb, pizza.
And look, you are you right about especially them those restaurants.
Yeah.
And how they process the food. I didn't know how much sugar they put in a burger.
Yes.
To make the people want to eat.
40 to 50 something different ingredients.
Yeah.
Chemical component ingredients in order to get you to get addicted to it.
Yeah. And real quick, do you remember the guy that did that famous supersize document? He died, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, he just died at the age of 50 or something like that.
Yeah.
He died very young doing that nonsense, going around eating all that food.
Yep.
Because if you remember the documentary, it said the doctor said when he first went in, oh man, you real healthy. You just that optimal health. And then toward the end of it, said, dude, you about to die.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And then I look at all of the other people that turn around and go around tasting all their food. What's the other guy
Mukbangers. The mukbangers.
that heavy set guy, the guy that got real big. He started off skinny. And he traveled everywhere eating all this food, all over.
I know who you talking
you know what I'm
about.
talking about? He turned around and got real big doing it. I can't think of his name, but you right about a lot of that fast food.
Yeah, you wind up getting high blood pressure, severe constipation, cardiovascular disease, meaning just heart complications from doing that, because you can't put the body underneath that type of pressure. That's like, remember, men created cars after the body, designed it after the body. And so that's like putting too much gas into your too much gas and the wrong oil in your vehicle. What's going to happen to it?
It's going to end up stopping on. It's going to turn into rattle, thunder, clatter, boom, boom, boom.
I'm just saying. And then even with your oils, even though we know that we're getting a lot of synthetic things now and synthetic gas, still, even with those, there's different grades. Yeah. For different vehicle makeups. It is. Well, you're right. If you just think of it from that standpoint, then we're not supposed to care more about our cars than we do our bodies. Because after all, if you're not alive, you can't drive no way. Yep.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and we'll make this the last question. How does your business compare to its competitors? Because it's a ton of vitamins, multivitamins, B12, colon cleanse. What's the other one you got? Purple. Sea moss. It's people that selling mental boosters and all that. So how does your products compare to the ones that we go to, say Walgreens or CVS and purchase, even online, Amazon, or whatever site that you might buy these products from? How does yours compare to others?
Well, first of all, let me say that that's actually what inspired me to get my own. There is no comparison. Honestly, it is no comparison, and you can just see that from the labels when you read the back of my label versus theirs. That alone, and then the taste. I intentionally, deliberately, I was not going to invest in any making of anything if it had. First of all, it goes against the naturopathic, holistic side of me. It goes against my conscious mind of watching all our people become sick and go into the death care industry, hoping to get healed. But there's no comparison. It's I humbly, but for surely say that I'm a 10 to compare it to their zero quality, because their products heal nothing. Nothing. It's not like they're hiding it. They tell you artificial sugar, high fruit corn syrup. All of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dyes in it. All set up over a period of time to cause brain fog, brain damage, cancer, all different types of things. Even with their so-called version of B12s and chlorophyll drops, and a lot of them are using fake dye in those too, because Bill Gates and them have taken over the vitamin chain industry as well. That's why you see a lot of these vitamin, Big Pharma. Yeah, Big Pharma has, they have taken over the industry now. So that's the reason why I wanted to start my own, even if it was just for the community that the Most High blessed me to have, that I have enough for our community. Just like the Mormons have theirs. Nation of Islam have their own product line. Everybody have their own product line. Don't be deceived. The elite have their own product line. You'll never see them in Walgreens or CVS.
You really don't.
Right. The only way you'll see them endorsing it is because they're getting stocks and shares from it. Come on, let's keep it. That's the reason why you see many diabetic clinic centers popping up all over the place now.
In our community.
The doctors get 30 to 40% of the shares of those clinics. So whether you have kidney problems or not, they're going to try their best to encourage you to go get on dialysis because they own those dialysis centers. Because not long ago, 30, 40 years ago, y'all can look it up. You don't have to take my word for it. Doctors used to own the pharmacy. It would be in their basements.
Yeah.
And now, since Big Pharma took over and the mafia took over in that field, now they eased them out, the middleman out. They never forgot that money that they were getting from our people, from everyone coming to them. Remember, it used to even be where the doctor would make house visit and a lot of house calls. You don't see that as much anymore.
You don't.
And so when they oust out the doctors and gave them buildings and took away those funds, the doctors was always wanting to figure out how they can get back in dibs with the pharmacy, with Big Pharma. Well, that's how Big Pharma did it. It allowed them, okay, since you can write a prescription,
you get a percentage.
Yeah, you can get a percentage, or you can own. You can save up your money, get the capital, and you can create your own dialysis center. And if you notice, it's mostly in the Black communities that you see them popping up all over the place. And now they putting tons of our people in there that don't even have kidney failure. They won't tell you that all you got to do is change how you eat. They won't tell you what you can do to cleanse your gut or the liver. That will automatically cleanse the liver, the pancreas. I have several clients on it that's doing it now, and they're not on dialysis. And they've been diagnosed as being diabetics 30, 40 years, most of their lives. And the moment they change and they start cleansing that gut, cleansing that colon, they start to implement even half of eating to live, eating superfoods, no longer having the A1 count being tremendously off of the roof. No more sluggishness. They got the energy back. They're constantly even going in, even though I don't care much for their testing. I know, and you all can find it out for yourself, that the hospital is what I call it. The hospital industry was not designed for us as melanated people.
You go with the names again. Hospital. Hey,
you can get some help. You can get your blood checked.
But you right about them too.
You can get a little surgery. I mean, I have an uncle that was a surgeon.
They all about their money.
Yeah. They have a whole. They have a quota that they have to go by, and anytime you have a quota, think about it. In any business, if you got a quota that you have to meet, even if it's just to purchase more drugs. There's pressure there to tell a person that, wait a minute, I think you need to try this new high blood pressure. I don't call it medicine. I call it drug, because your food is your medicine. Your herbs is your medicine. Not a pharmaceutical drug. It's not a medicine. So that's another thing that we need to stop doing, is calling pharmaceutical drugs that comes with an addiction and a side effect a medicine. Medicine is designed to heal the body. That is not medicine. So then there's going to be an encouragement to try to tell you to try this drug because our quota is down. See, when my quota get down, I pray. I say, okay, Father, send me the people that I need, or I make a few phone calls to my people that I already have. Say, hello, and say, okay, I have a few of this and that left. They order. But I don't have to tell them, but I'm not giving them something that's going to make them keep coming back from me for years and years. No, my goal is to have our people healed and whatever conditions that they have under control, if not totally healed, because that's on you all to practice what's been taught. And then all they do is refer me to whoever else is sick, not having you as a revolving door year after year until death do part. Right.
So and you're not like the doctors. Most doctors want you to keep taking their medicine. Come on back.
No, the goal is 90 days that you be on some of these things. And the only reason why you have to continue to take simple things like the B12s and chlorophylls is because of the toxicity in the air and in the water. Right. So I do recommend us to get our own water filter system. That's critical. That's crucial. And alkaline your water with real homegrown fruit. That's your best alkaline water is through the fruit. And I would say to eat fruit, period, but we don't live in a climate. We're not in Africa and in tropical lands where we got access to it all year round.
Mhm.
We got too much genetically modified food that you won't be able to get that alkaline that the body needs, because no disease can live in a high alkaline body.
Mm.
No, none.
I hear you. I hear you. Well, look, it's been a pleasure having you. I really appreciate you coming by, doing this interview with us.
Oh, thanks for
And
having me.
Lord will, we achieve what we are trying to do, which is to bring black back.
Yes.
Black businesses back to the black community, and we actually patronize them, not just having them here and nobody deals with them and they shut down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I can't stand that.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been wonderful. Do you want to say anything?
No, well,
To
no,
the,
just
one
thanks
last thing.
no,
to
just thanks for having me. It's always
Okay.
it's my honor to serve my people, and I mean that unapologetically. My melanated people. It is my honor. It's no more to me than my reasonable service.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you. And listen, y'all, this is Dr. Chef Felicia Ann. Okay, we got her Gmail in the chat. Y'all can check her out. You want to give them the address or your website? What do you want to do? You want to?
They can find me on Facebook at Felicia and Jordan, and then you have my email. Which one you have? You have in the Dr.
Dr.
Chef.
Chef, yep, Health and Wellness.
Health and Wellness, and then we have the Dr. Chef. What do we do? The 24/7 at Outlook.
The 24/7, yeah.
Well,
I mean, they got the one. You want to do that
one? Yeah,
I can put that one on.
And then my number that they can call in for consultations.
Just let me know. Put your card back on the screen. I'll put your card back up real quick.
Okay.
So that they can see it. I love this thing right here. We can turn around and there you go. Now they see you now.
Okay. Yes,
okay.
That's the number 618-388-8100 for those who, if you see me on the channel, then just let me know that you saw me on the channel, and then you can ask any questions that you like about the consultations and coaching that I provide, or what I may have that can help with your health and wellness. And at that time, we could take it from there as far as how we can set up.
All right.
Anything that they would like to discuss.
Okay. Well, y'all heard it. Dr. Chef Felicia Ann. And
you can also via text.
No comparison. Who?
They can also via text that number as well.
Okay. And listen, no comparison. You heard her. No comparison. She got the best products. I see that the vitamins. It does have a bunch of stuff on the back of it. It does have on the ingredient. Yeah, it does. It has a bunch on it.
It's
It's
a berry flavor. It tastes
and
delicious.
all of that is in there.
Yeah. Let me see. Just to go down, just a few: vitamin A, C, D, E, non-GMO, B12. We have B3. We got all the B's in there.
Got all the B's,
B12,
the C's,
B6,
and the D's, and the E, F, and the G,
the choline, the calcium, the magnesium, the zinc, the corum. I mean, we got all of the aloe vera. We got the inner leaf kind. I mean, we got the red algae. We got so many different extracts of blueberry, turmeric. You name it,
it's in there. It's loaded.
Yeah, it's loaded.
She got the best products.
Yeah,
all
if
right.
anything, they have to make sure.
I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to get the vitamin.
Yeah, you most definitely want to try the vitamin. Most definitely have to take it to another level. Just remember, it's not a juice. Because I've had clients calling in and can we just drink this down?
Tastes so good, they done drunk it up, huh?
They do it with the mental boost too. They try to do it with the mental boost. So I was like, no, don't do that.
Not like that, huh? You gotta take them drops.
You don't go to sleep for 10 days.
Take it as the doctor prescribes it too. Look, we got now. We got a bunch of people tuning in.
Oh yeah,
right. We about to jump over here. That's all right. They could tune in. They can tune in.
They playing with the numbers.
They can go back. Yeah, there's a lot of people tuning in.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey, a lot of people, like you said, a lot of folks are becoming more and more health conscious.
Now that's what I'm so thankful to the Most High God that that means that our people's pituitary gland, that means that our mental, what we call the Holy Spirit, the third eye, it is operating even in the midst of this toxic place that we live in. That's what that means. And I mean, that's been my prayer, that our people rise up and that they become, because now let me share this. If I can, if somebody can share.
It's your show. Come on.
It's a no, brother. Man, I found out because of course I'm able to, sit at some of the tables with the politicians, because of being a health ambassador over the UPAO. They stated that 70% of St. Louis did not get that jab in the Black community. Do you know that speaks volumes? I mean, from the hood, from north side, south side, east side, west side, no matter how many bribes they gave. That's why they targeted more of our senior citizens for it. I'm telling you, that said that our people knew that a light bulb was going off. And that's the reason why you have the governor of Florida fighting against us using the term woke. WOKE. That's why you're fighting against it, because they know what woke means, conscious. And they know that this 400 years of slavery is up. They know that their time is up.
They could tell.
And so they're afraid. There's a lot of fear here. And if we're not paying attention, we had over 200, I think the number was 23,000, don't quote me on it, but we had so many thousands of CEOs of these major companies that left America during that time because they were afraid of a breakout. They're afraid. They were afraid.
They're afraid of what they started.
They're afraid of what they started.
Yeah.
It's like somebody throwing a rock and hiding and running. I mean,
that's crazy.
And so if our people just use what we call that sixth sense, even though we have hundreds of senses, they don't want that to come alive. This is the reason why they're trying to take over they're taking over the vitamin chain industry now that we're becoming more conscious of what we're eating. They know that once our melanin wakes up, what's on the market as a kilogram of costing tens of thousands of dollars now, that they ingest, they take in order to give them longevity. Not just our blood, but our melanin. That's there. They know that when we wake up. They know that that's an automatically World War III. They know, and it's having it. And guess what? They also know that it only takes 1 million of us. It only takes 1 million out of the 3 billion that's here. It only takes 1% of us. We had a man that, even though people don't believe, everybody don't believe in him, and we all have our different belief system, but we had a man that was able to accomplish bringing 1 million together. That scared them, and that's why now, unfortunately, the government is after him now. It's no coincidence that they're taking down all of these hip hop artists that got the money. They got the money because they're the ones they are the ones that's able to privately invest into any type of movement that we have, until we become more smarter, more honest with each other, that all have businesses and opportunities, until we get smart enough to put funds in the right area together with health and wellness, land, and homes. Then they're trying to create fear, allowing us to watch. It started with Bill Cosby and then work this way on down. And now they're going to the Christian side, Bishop T.D. Jakes, and now they're going down across the row of everybody that we know of that have wealth. Every Black person, Black man in particular, that has wealth. And they're placing the Black women in position as lawyers, doctors, judges, and because it's always started with us. We birthed the nation, and so when you really look at it, it's their history repeating itself, but it's also ours. And it is up to us to be the generation, I believe, that becomes conscious enough to stop it since the time is up.
Yeah. Their
I know
time
that's
is
deep.
definitely up.
But
Their
I know you
time is
know.
definitely up. I can't wait until it's completely over with. You know, they have run us totally through the mud
Yeah.
for far too long.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and they're never going to try to help us out of that mud.
No.
You know, so we have to do what we are doing, which is coming together, dealing with each other.
Yes.
You know, like what it was back in Black Wall Street. How they said that it used to take months for $1 to go out of the community. That's amazing. You know, and I look at all of us that have something to offer. We don't have to go to them. We really don't.
We do not.
Because we got all of what we need. We just
not.
need this right here to put these feet that we got into move into these businesses.
Yep.
If we do that, take our mind and make our feet shop black, then we'll be in the game.
It takes a group of us. It's kind of like how what we used to do back in the day, where we just come together as a whole market. And even for those who short in funds, we have to understand that just like how we do when we're ordering Amazon and all these online shopping, sometimes you have to wait a couple of weeks to get in certain products, then that's what we have to be willing to do with each other as well too. And just note that it's coming. You know where to find us. We know that we have a mouthpiece, and we've been unfortunately Willie lynched to the point to where we're the first to tear each other down. And so nobody's trying to, at least I don't know in this field from where I am. Now that's what I would have a fear of is having our people to feel like, oh, she took my money and she ain't gonna give me nothing. No. No, you can't have that. No.
Now one more thing before you go. Do you ship product? Do you ship to?
Yes.
To
yes.
Okay.
I ship from state to state. I ship all over.
Cool. So somebody from
Canada, I ship all over.
Okay.
Now
cool,
just know shipping and handling, there is the fee.
They gotta pay for that. It's free. But for what you're getting, the product is worth it. Like I said, so far I've taken the colon clean. I believe that's worth it. And then I'm gonna get the multi. I stopped taking my I had switched to what was it, Rainbow Light. I think I was taking those, and I stopped taking them because I was getting tired of taking pills, and so I started taking the gummies. I was chewing a bunch of gummies, and then I said I found there's too much sugar in them, so I stopped taking those.
Not to mention pig fat.
Huh?
Pig fat.
Pig fat? It's pig fat. How you get pig fat in those?
The glycerin.
Huh?
The glycerin.
Is it?
Yeah. If it doesn't
I thought
say
they said
vegetable,
there's like different types of glycerin in it.
It is, the but if it does not say vegetable, it's the pig fat.
The vegetable. Well, my stuff it was,
or either it's synthetic.
Yeah, no, wasn't no pig in mine.
No,
it was vegetable.
Yeah.
It was vegetable. So,
okay,
yeah, but that's in there too, huh? They put the pig glycerin. You see that guy that had that pig heart? That brother that had that pig transplant heart transplant?
No. We knew it wasn't gonna work.
I don't know what possessed him.
They were supposed to only be doing that for the skin. Their pigmentation is the same. Notice they call it pigmentation.
Yeah.
Their skin is likened to the pig. Yeah. And so that's what that was supposed to mostly be. That they, what we call mad scientists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah, the Dr. Kevorkian spirit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, well, anything else? Any last words?
No,
any
last
inspiration?
Words
you can tell them where to find you on YouTube. You already shouted out your Facebook.
Yeah, YouTube.
Live, they can find
I am on YouTube as Dr. Chef Felicia Ann Wellness Channel. Is it or did we size it down to Dr. Chef Wellness Channel?
I don't think we changed the name.
We didn't change the
name.
So
whatever your name was originally.
Well, when you put in Dr. Chef, it should pop right up because I'm the only one that I know of. I see one
you'll
Caucasian.
See this lovely, healthy young lady on the top of the page. Subscribe, like, share, tune in.
I do free coaching on Wednesdays as well, from 5 to 7. So you do get free live coaching.
Free coaching.
You help me with the screening.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.
So you get a chance to do live streaming from there, and then I do what we call a motivational Monday, between 5 and 6, where I just motivate and inspire the best I can. We use my own testimonies and others, and informing our people about the importance of how we need to be. Health and wellness to me, as ministry, is really truly from the mind, body, and the whole soul. So your spirit should be healthy as well. Yeah.
Okay. And that you do free.
I do that for free.
That's for free. Okay. Yeah. Make sure y'all tune in, man. Dr. Chef Felicia and Health and Wellness Ministry. Go to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like, share, and subscribe, and hit her up and get those products.
Yes,
and with that, Shalom, thank you for coming out, sis. I
having me,
appreciate
brother.
you. It was an excellent interview.